Hi everyone, it's Lillian from the Postmodern Family. I am the Postmodern Mom, and this is our weekly chat about whatever's going on in my mind. Today's video, I'm just going to share with you a couple things that I've learned from starting to home educate. I think there's such a joy in keeping a good home, in watching your children grow up, in cooking and cleaning and supporting your husband. So as you may know, we started the Classical Conversations curriculum this past week, and let me tell you, I am so excited about what my daughter is learning, and already we see the fruits of our labor, which are her ability to memorize so many things, including the times tables, the multiplication table, so she can skip count twos, threes, and fours already, mainly through song, and that's what's brilliant about this whole method. She also knows the classifications of living things. What are the kingdoms of living things? She knows a timeline history starting at creation, the fall, the flood, the Tower of Babel, Mesopotamia, Sumer, Egyptians, all the way up until currently she's learned up to the China Shang dynasty, which is around circa 1000 BC, I think. I'll have to check again. We also know what a preposition is, and she started to learn the different prepositions starting alphabetically. So about, above, across, after, against. And it'll just go all the way through until we hit the W's, I think. Without, I think, is the last preposition that she'll have to memorize. We're learning Latin, noun cases, nominative, subject, genitive, possessive, so she knows all of that. And we're learning the Ten Commandments, geography. We've learned the Fertile Crescent, and we're learning the Assyrian Empire already. The Red Sea, the Persian Gulf, Caspian Sea, Black Sea, and Babylon, and then she's learned to trace them on the map already. What's brilliant about this classical method is that at this age, it's all about drilling and memory work. She really doesn't need to understand in the way that you may understand what 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, what that means in multiplication. She will understand it later. And actually, what we learned from the trivium is that at this stage, it's very difficult for her to actually understand the way we understand. It's just a part of the brain development, a part of childhood development. But what she can do is memorize, and it's going to help her so much in the future. Felipe was listening to the CD that she gets to listen to and learn. And he was like, man, she is so lucky that she's going to be able to do this at this age. And he didn't even fall in love with Latin until he was probably in university. So what's really amazing is that she's going to get all this exposure to really good stuff, classical stuff, high-level art, high-level music is included as well. But I think it's been really challenging in the sense that I feel like I'm torn also because I feel a little bit like, okay, I had a formal education. Like I went to school, you had to raise your hand, you didn't have to wear a uniform. In America, we don't do that usually in the state schools. I've been struggling with that because I feel like that's what I know. And I feel like if I don't do that I'm actually not doing school properly at home. But that's, once again, I have to remind myself, it's not about school. It's not about replicating school at home. It's about education. It's about your child learning. And in fact, this past week I got sick, and I'm still a little bit recovering, but my throat was really sore, and I just needed more sleep. And thank God I had the flexibility to start our little teaching session a little bit later, that I didn't have to go, wake up early, get the kids dressed, take them to school, and then come back and then go and get them again. So I've been very, very thankful that we home educate, not just because she is learning so much more, and the process of learning seems to be so much easier than the current structure, but also because I didn't feel very well this past week, so we got to stay home, which is really great. In terms of diet, we have, I think you may have noticed, we went to KFC last week Friday, and it really crushed our metabolisms. I gained 4 pounds back. I think it was 2 kilos. And Felipe says he thinks he gained 1 kilo back just from eating KFC once. So we're not going to do that again. And also I feel like it's been harder for me to get back on. I've been craving more of the sweets, even though we don't have very many. But I'm eating too much chocolate and too much fruit. And so I just need a little bit more encouragement. And of course, Felipe and I are still doing the keto diet. We have not gone and ate pasta or anything like that. I feel a little bit set back in terms of the keto diet. I just keep dreaming about these Nutella donuts that I see in Lidl. I just keep dreaming about them. Besides that, I've been listening to The Excellent Wife by Martha Peace. This book is like mind-blowing. It's just really, really humbling because she will point out exactly what is something you shouldn't do compared to what you should do. As a Christian, you would say this kind of behavior or thinking is sin, and this kind of behavior is the right way of thinking. And so she points these really good examples, specific examples out about how to be an excellent wife. And a lot of that is how to be supportive to your husband, how to be gracious, forgiving, kind, submissive. All of these trigger words for our feminists out there. But really, it creates a harmony in your marriage. And it's been a really good book, very good book. I would highly recommend it. I haven't started The Power of the Praying Wife yet because I'm still waiting on some friends to get their copies, and we're going to go through that together. And then I'm still doing the Mom Heart group, reading Sally Clarkson's The Life-Giving Parent. Yeah, besides that, that's all. I wanted to share with you, in case you have children, and in case you're home educating, or even if you're not home educating, if you are a Christian and you want to teach your child how to do the 10 Commandments, it's actually really easy using these hand signs that I actually learned from my old pastor in America. He has a classical school and a classical academy there. And he was teaching, every morning they have chapel and they go through and they learn the 10 Commandments. And so I wanted to share that with you today. Thou shalt, 1, have no other gods before me. 2, not make unto thee any graven image. 3, not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. 4, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 5, honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. 6, so we're going to add this finger, thou shalt not murder. 7, not commit adultery. 8, not steal. 9, not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And 10, not covet. That's probably the favorite one for my daughter. All right, so that's it. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that wasn't too long-winded. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I encourage you to subscribe to the Postmodern Family if you're interested. I also have the Postmodern Mom playlist, which is just videos that I've done generally themed around being a traditional wife, traditional mother, motherhood, home education, natural birthing, crunchy ideas, natural living, food, keto diet, and more. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye! I think there's such a joy in keeping a good home, in watching your children grow up, in cooking and cleaning and supporting your husband.